Hey, Sagittarius. Hope you're doing well. I did 8 hours of reading on Saturday, so I'm finally getting to these now that my cards are talking to me again. They're like, you crazy. I'm not talking to you anymore. And just the reason that videos are out of order is because I shuffled for Libra and Scorpio, but they do not want to talk to me right now. So we're just going to keep on trucking. We'll circle back. Maybe after Sag, I want to chit chat. But Sagittarius for June 5th to the 11th. Let's see what's going on. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. It's a long 3. I feel it in my hands. It's like a real tight. What's going on? Okay. 1, 2. 91, like good, solid, clean one. There she is. Okay. So. Okay. Bouquet, safe, heart, rider. So I feel like for this week, there's some kind of offer or something that seems like it could be good that's extended or is coming at Sagittarius, and then there's some kind of shutdown. It's like, nope, not today. Like, or it could be, you know, safe is where you put things of value. So it's like, are you trying to figure out what you value? I've actually never said that about the safe before, but that just popped into my head there. Then you have the heart. So it's like, okay, well, what makes you happy? What brings you joy? Like, what can you do? You know, like with these emotions and stuff. And it's like, you want to do something, but it's like there's this block, and then there's like emotions. And then there's the rider, which is someone either physically going somewhere or someone's communicating with you pretty quickly, and it's like whiz bang, whiz bang, whiz bang. She like 1942. Yeah, so it's like I get this like major block, and then like a whoosh, and you're like, what? What the hell? All right, so what was this bouquet about? Or what will the bouquet be about, I should say. I'm reading these in kind of like a past, present, future overall. Or it's like something's offered, you're not getting anywhere, and you just need to think about how you feel about stuff. Let's find out, though. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, all right. So you get some kind of enlightenment. With the anchor, though, it's either you realize you need to get your butt grounded or something's holding you back. Then you have the whip and the man. So there could be either sexy time stuff going on, like you're realizing something's holding you back, or someone needs to crack the whip and get, you know, kind of disciplined and get stuff in order. And this person's part of it. Like you need to get something, like I said, in check. So I want to find out about this safe. What is being protected, or I get protective though. Definitively protective. 1, 2, 3. There's a major protection vibe going on. So yeah, there's like changing perceptions. There's realization. Somebody wants recognition. There's just like this undercurrent of intuition. Well, here's the rose. It's just like you got to prune hard for anything to grow. But what's on the other side? Oh, here's the lady. So it's like, yeah, someone's thorny. Someone you know, really just, it's just kind of kicking indoors is what popped into my head to say. It's like, nope. Guess what? Maybe whatever realization this is kind of hard. Like, you know, roses are pretty, but they have all the thorns. It's like bittersweet is what I want to say. So then what's this hard about? What's the heart about? All right, there's the metal. There's doing things the right way. You don't quite know how it's going to get there or what's going to do. There's some kind of deep longing going on, but it's just, is it for ego purposes? Because there's the pig. Because all the other cards are like, I don't want to say not good, but they're just like, you know, with the metal and then the pig, it's like, and then the ship, there's like this longing and you don't know how you're going to do it. But it's just like you need to focus on your immediate environment with the house. It's like, what is your stability? So I want to find out what this rider is. What comes a whooshing in? What's the whoosh? 1, 2. What's the whoosh? So we have children, new beginning, the coffin. Something gets a hard stop, I want to say, or there's like a change coming, and then it's blocked on top of it. So it's like whatever new beginning. Then there's the mama bear. Then there's the fox. Yeah, it's just like a major holding pattern, because it's like any new beginning. Yeah, it's like that force in the hand. Like someone comes whooshing in and it's like, nope, not today. But there's a major vigilance that goes on with it. Like the bear is protecting himself and like really watching. And then you have the fox, which is, you know, just being very aware. But not really taking action yet. And the eyeball is watching. I want one more. Yeah, okay. There's still emotions attached to all this. And it's like, for as much block as goes up, for as much as gets thrown in the no way zone, there's still a lot going on there emotionally. Then there's the clover. No, it's like you just have to let things play out on their own time, which is a bitch. I'm not going to lie. That's just like, oh my gosh. You're like, move it along, universe. But you can't. Doesn't work like that, which stinks. So we have the Revelations Tarot, which is meant to be read in reverse, which I will do. A lot of times I don't read in reverse, but this one you're supposed to. So we're going to get a couple cards that came out together. All right. It's funny. Virgo got that Ace of Wands. So, in reverse, I might say. Then, there's the Hermit in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. All right. I'm going to go right into clarifying. That kind of clarified itself, although I do want one more. This kind of wants to come out as advice. That's what I got the feel there. No, this is like, guess what we're going to do? We're going to tell you everything you need to know right now. I think that's its own separate deal. So the Hermit, let's clarify the Hermit. I'm just going right to clarifying because this is, do you want whatever it wants to give me on the 10? Whatever on the 10, please. Too many on the 10. Just give me like 1, please. All right, 4 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Okay, well, I think this is pretty good. 6 of Cups in reverse. It's like whatever it is, you're not going back to old ways. So this is kind of its own thing over here. So advice cards, I'm going to just stick over to the side. We'll get to those in a sec. So coming out in this kind of like past position type thing or something that's just moving out, we have the 5 of Wands with the 9 of Cups. Someone didn't get what they wanted. You know, this guy in the right side up is like, look at all my cups. And this guy's like, I have no cups. It's kind of like a smug kind of thing, or like kind of like a stomping feet and I'm out of here thing, because over here, the 5 of Wands in reverse, I mean, these chicks are going to fisticuffs. Like they go from, you know, pugilistic, like, you know, we're just going to fight with these wands and like we'll be kind of civil about it, to like all out, no, this is like just confusion, but I'll beat you. So like I said, this inaction part with the Ace of Wands, it's like you're coming out of this like tumult, and then it's, you see how this flame is burning? It's put out down here. So it's like in the reverse, it's like the inaction part is what needs to happen. It's kind of like you need to sit down, because here's the Tower. Yeah, so stuff is getting kicked down, and the Wheel of Fortune, it's like now's not the time to be kicking up the dust. Like, not your best moment to be like kicking in chairs. And, you know, like I get like a Western. This just popped in my head. Like, you know, when like the cowboy walks into a saloon, like the doors swing open and everything stops. Like the piano player stops and everyone looks at him or her or whatever. It's not that moment. Like, now's not the moment to do that. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I can just see that, like, yeah, not your moment, not the week. I forgot to mention on this guy over here, you have the Lovers, then you have the King of Cups. So it's like, yeah, there was like offers and stuff, but it's just not, like, there's that bouquet thing again, and like there's emotion behind it, but it's like, pick your moment. It's not now, because in the future we have the Hermit, and the Hermit is like in the upright, very introspective, has the, you know, the star in his thing. In the reverse in this deck, he's not even looking at his lantern. Like, he just is not looking for the enlightenment. It's just like he's actually like physically coming down again. It's like, I was in the mountain and now I'm not in the mountain. And the Moon is about, in this right side up, it's about having it together. Like, you just, you know, you have the rhythm. It's clear because it's in the sky. If you reverse it, it's the reflection, which is that like weird, things aren't quite clear, things are kind of distorted thing. But this is like straight up, like you have kind of some kind of intuition and knowledge. The 10 of Cups, though, is maybe that knowledge is like, you need to dump out some cups. And, you know, 10 of Cups is good in the right side up, you know, because they have all these cups and they're great and they're holding on to each other and it seems nice. But in the reverse, they have their backs towards each other and the cups are dumping out. Like, maybe you need to acknowledge some kind of like splitting off. And then it's interesting because if you look at the 10 of Pentacles, there's this guy and he has all this family around him and everything looks good. And it's in the upright. So everything's kind of seeming stable. But the 4 of Cups is in the upright. And that's some kind of dissatisfaction. There's some kind of like, not feeling it. And then the 5 of Cups. So you have 4 and 5 back to back. Okay, and there's Temperance. There's literally Sagittarius. So yeah, there's some kind of like, something's not good enough. Even though on the surface it might seem cool, there's some kind of disconnect going on down here. That there's just kind of this regret and this kind of nagging thing. But like I said, it's not your moment. Like there's other stuff working here. You might need to take a step back, because here's the 6 of Swords. Table it for now. Like just mosey on. Here's the 8 of Pentacles, and then the Empress reversed wanted to come out together. So it's like you need to put work in, and you need to do it solo. Like here, she's all like happy and let's, you know, build things and start stuff. It's like, no. This way she's very solitary, and all that creativity and stuff kind of gets sucked in. And the work is very deliberate and on track. So it's like you need to kind of step back this week. There's a lot of stepping back this week. So we're moving on to the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. Like I said, now's not your moment. And that's not a bad thing. It's just like, it's time to just kind of be like, no, we're cool. But I don't think you can help but feel like something's inadequate. Something's not enough. So, Release, Enchantment, and 2 wanted to pop. Sanctuary and Shadow Self. Shadow Self has been like on fire. Yeah, so like I said, remember the Empress and doing the work and stuff? It's kind of like Enchantment, I think, is getting rid of that like illusionary kind of feel. Like that release is just like, ugh, like I'm over it. Sanctuary and Shadow Self. It's that needing to go within and kind of just suss it out this week and just see what happens. Like I said, no kicking indoors right now. Whatever it is, I think will emerge on its own via divine timing. So that's what I have for this week, Sagittarius. And next week, I'll be doing a reading for you. So until then, be well.